Hey, Alex here, and one more bike trail for us to explore, and this one is the Withlacoochee State Trail. And this trail is one more for our menu of bike trails that we want to ride. And I left this one for last because it's the farthest trail from Orlando. So it's about an hour drive, but I think it's worth it. I'm going to share a little bit more about the history of the trail, of this place, when it was created, and a little bit more information. So Mark 0 of the trail, we are at Withlacoochee, and we're gonna hop on the Withlacoochee bike trail. There's not much around here, just like some information here on the information board and a parking lot. So before we go, here's a little map of the trail. So we're right here on Onsboro Trailhead, Withlacoochee area, and then we're gonna go north through the Withlacoochee State Forest that I think it's really nice, and then all the way to Floral. I think we're gonna go all the way here to Iverness, but if you go from one point to the other, it's around 45 miles. So 45 miles one way and then 45 miles the other way will give you 90 miles. So it's a pretty long bike trail. Joining me today, Felipe, and Kenny, and Alan. That's already took off, he's gone. So this trail in the 1800s was a railroad. Like many bike trails that we see here in Florida today used to be railroads. So this railroad would connect the mining communities. So it would connect the north and the south. It will be called the ACL, Atlantic Coastline. So it's very historical. In the 1900s, it became more like a tourist attraction. The railroad was no longer needed, it was abandoned. So a lot of people explored here because there are some state forests and preserves. So it seems like a very nice place for you to do a hike and a camp. So there are some campgrounds, and now it's super nice because it's paved and you can ride for a long stretch without stopping. Of course, you're gonna do some stops for some sight viewing. So to make it easier, let's split the trail in 3 parts: the south side, central, and north. Now we're doing the south side, about a 14-mile stretch where we're gonna ride until Withlacoochee State Forest. Actually, we're gonna ride right in the middle of it. A little obstacle. Yeah, one thing, it's very similar as the Van Fleet, but it's a little bit more bumpy and more debris, but still great pavement. We're almost 20 miles in, so we are in the central part of the trail. And a quick observation on these first 20 miles, not many restroom places. I think we passed by 2 little ones. One was like mobile plastic restrooms, and then one was a brick and mortar, a little better, but not much. And there's nothing like water or where you can buy food. So at least the first half of the trail, you have to have enough nutrition and hydration. I think Floral City might have a stop there. So we're here with Kenny. In some videos you might have seen him without the beard, so you don't recognize him. So what are you thinking about the Withlacoochee bike trail?
I'm enjoying it. I think it's relaxing. I love the scenery. The pavement is really good as well, just to ride on.
It's really shady, right? Like there's a tunnel of trees, like, right, that forms like a lot of shade.
Yes. The shading is great. I love that you're protected by the greenery. Good point of this trail. I'm enjoying that.
Although today's very humid. Man, we're dripping here. So it's very humid. I don't know if because we're going right through the forest. So, oh look, some farm sheep. It's hard to show on the video when you're riding 40 miles an hour. No, just kidding. We're not doing 40 miles. But it's hard, still hard, because it's all behind the trees, and they're really nice. Interesting place. Oh yeah, finally a restroom. Oh my gosh. Okay, we are at Floral City. There's this little cross section right here, and you have motorcycle place and also a little bike shop here with some bike rentals. Not much, but I think you can use the restroom and maybe get some water. So from where we started till here, it's 25 miles. So it's not that of a stretch until you can get a stop and maybe refill your water bottles. Oh yeah, look at this.
Tons of them. See, he has some on his building.
Who makes them?
What?
Who makes these?
Joe.
Joe who?
Joe Mama.
Joe Mama?
Look. That's a doggone good bike. And there's, look at that. There's that too.
This is kind of a good place to start your ride if you want to. You do have to drive more. I think it would be an hour and a half to ride to Floral City from Orlando. Hello there. All right, restroom break done. And I would say this would be my fourth choice of bike trails. So if you would come here to Orlando, the first option I would say to you is ride on the Western Trail. That one is very close to Orlando. You know, you're staying at Universal, so that's a great place. Then probably I would try the Cross Seminole. That's a very nice, interesting trail. And then the third option would be the Van Fleet. It's very similar here, but I think this one is nicer because you have a little bit of elevation, like 1%, and you have some curves and you go through some cities here. The Van Fleet is just a straight line, so it becomes a little bit boring, but it's closer. There are other trails in Sanford. The Spring to Spring is nice. That's also a little further away. I have all videos of all these trails that you can check it out. I'll put the playlist at the end of the video, or you can check it out on the description. But for now, we've done almost 25 miles. We're kind of like in the halfway. Let's continue riding the trail. We passed Iverness and we did 5 miles towards Citrus Springs. I think we had enough. We're at 40 miles, so we decided to come back. There's a little farmer's market. Today is a Saturday. I think they have this every Saturday. We were hoping for a coffee place. You know, we always like to have that little coffee area, but we only found water, a Coke, and donuts. So not bad, not bad. Really nice little town here. So now let's head back 30 miles. Right, boys, let's go.
Let's go.
we're back. We're back from a 70-mile ride, and you can do even more if you want to. It's past noon, so it's really hot right now. We are in May, and May already starts to get pretty hot. There's still some nice days, but it's starting to get really hot now. But yeah, my take about this trail is very similar to the Van Fleet, but it's a little bit more diverse, if I can say that. The trail has a little bit of inclination, some curves, and so it brings a little bit, let's say, more action. But you can do different styles of riding. You can just simply, you know, enjoy and chill and ride and have fun with some friends, or you can really set the pace and the trail will pass by really quickly. If we had more time, we probably would explore the town, but we need to get back. We still have around an hour drive back to Orlando. And yeah, I hope this video, you could have an idea of the trail in case you want to check it out. After you've done maybe the other trails, you want to come to this one. It's definitely worth it. You don't have to start on where we started right at the end. Probably be a little more of a drive, but you have more structure to park the car, have good restrooms, and start with a little more structure. And then here at the end, there's nothing, not even a restroom, but it's all worth it. It's all great. We had lots of fun. So thank you for watching this video. And as always, I'll see you on our next ride experience. Ciao.